you at home, be prepared. We are about to witness the adrenaline-fueled world of skateboarding like never before. Here to show us how it's done is the one and only Ryan Sheckler.
I can't believe it. I truly cannot. He is one of the most recognizable names in the sport, and not just because he is a three-time gold medalist at the X Games. Sheckler also starred in his own MTV reality show. I remember it. Life of Ryan.
Here to tell us about his journey on four wheels is the one and only Ryan Sheckler. Welcome to New York Living.
Thank you guys for having me.
No, thank you
for coming.
For making time out of your busy schedule.
And of course, he brought a skateboard with him.
I can't go anywhere without this thing.
Is
you
that
know,
it?
it's like it's part of my body. It's part of my existence for sure. I'm way more comfortable on the board than just walking.
Is that right?
Wow. Oh, for sure. For sure.
You two were having a little kiki.
We were.
Because it's like you two
This
grew
is my
up together
childhood,
in the whole thing.
It is.
What do you remember? What are the best moments here?
The show. I remember after watching the show, I asked my parents for a skateboard for Christmas, and they were like, "What do you want to do with a skateboard? You could barely walk. You're gonna try and get on wheels?" But they got me one. It wasn't pretty. I wore a helmet, you know, I was safe, but.
That's good. I mean, they should have just got you the board and then sent you straight to Woodward.
Exactly. Which we're going to get to in a
Mom,
hot second.
Dad, what were you guys thinking?
But let's start with a big announcement,
Yes.
a little thing that's happening later this summer.
Oh yeah, the Olympics.
And where do you come in?
So for me, I actually get to be a part of the broadcast team. You know.
I just came back from Paris, and I took this picture because
Just for you.
I knew you were coming.
Awesome.
So I was casing out the joint.
I love it.
See where you could put the
I
half
love it.
pipe and all that business.
I love it. Yeah, I'm not too sure where they're actually going to be putting the skate parks and the skate bowl, but for me, it's really cool to be, you know, a lifelong skateboarder. I've been professional for 21 years now, but for the IOC to recognize skateboarding as a legitimate, serious sport is super cool, because we've known it the whole time. Like, I've known what it takes to be a competitive skateboarder at a high level, and it takes taking care of your body. Yes, we get broken a lot, and I've probably been broken more than most, but, you know, at the end of the day, this is my way to be a part of the Olympics. And so, yeah, I get to commentate about the sport I love the most and kind of really bring skateboarding to light. Yeah. You know?
I mean, did you ever think that you were going to be here? Like, this is the time. It was the X Games, and now here we are. This is the Olympics.
No, not really. You know, I've pretty much lived kind of day by day throughout my skateboarding career. And, you know, turning pro at 13 was such a crazy thing to me. Like, I never thought I'd be pro until I was like 21. You know, like, I don't know why that number, but I didn't think I had it that young. But also because I wasn't chasing being pro, I was able to be free and like live in the moment and skate how I wanted to skate. And by doing that, allowed me to succeed.
That is so fantastic. Yeah. We're all athletes, the three of us.
Yes, we are.
How does one prep for skateboarding? And this is a bona fide question. I don't think there's a lot of cardiovascular involved, but I could be completely wrong.
We have no idea.
Yeah. So
yeah,
how do you prep?
Surprisingly, there is an insane amount of cardio that's required for skateboarding. So if I'm going to go skate around a skate park for 2 hours, and it's a lot of really fast twitch and explosive movements. So on top of being able to have the strength to do explosive movements, you have to have the cardio to continue to link tricks back and forth together. So every time these guys are doing a 1-minute run, like you will see in the Olympics, their heart rate is through the roof.
It's up.
It's through the roof.
And you almost
have
abs
just the adrenaline.
You almost have abs of steel, because that requires, it looks like, a lot of core strength.
It takes a lot of core, it takes a lot of legs, but like I was talking about earlier, it's like the fast twitch. Right. The fast twitch muscles are the most important in skateboarding, because skateboarding works in milliseconds. Our tricks are milliseconds. So you have to have everything right. And yeah, it's a lot, you know, it's a lot. But the kids that are coming up right now learning, they have everything at their disposal to be the best skateboarders that they can possibly be. One of those things being Woodward Camp.
Tell us about
Let's
this,
get into that.
Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of work with Woodward since I was a camper when I was 7 years old. You know, I'm 34 years old now, and I'm still going to Woodward as a camper, but also as a coach and just kind of a visiting pro. And for me, it's amazing because these kids can come in with 0 to 10 in their skill ability and find a group of people that they mesh with, they feel a part of the community, and they can learn all the tricks they want to. And not only that, like, they have fun.
Yeah.
Woodward has 400,000 square feet, I was just reading, of skate parks throughout their locations, which is, it's hard to even think about how many parks that is. But it's it's a place for fun, and I'll be there this summer. I'm gonna be there June 16th through the 22nd. I'll be in the California location.
Okay.
And then June 23rd through the 29th, I'll be in the Pennsylvania location.
And then you got to pack.
Yeah, then it's packing your bags for Paris.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to Paris. But in the meantime, my wife's gonna have our second child.
That's right, and I
This is
wanted
where
to
we're
get into
going.
that because, you know, it's so funny. I feel like the skateboarding just goes back to the family because I remember reading that you picked up the skateboard because your father had it.
Yeah.
And you were, what, 2 years old?
Yeah, I was about like 18 months, I think. It doesn't matter, sure. I was very young.
You were a wee lad.
I was very young.
And you have a 10-month-old daughter. So
yeah.
Okay, so
she started,
okay.
She started getting intrigued with the board around like 8 months. Which
Did you leave it out for her to kind of?
And of course I left it out for her. And around 10 months, she started walking at 8 months, which was crazy.
Holy moly.
8 months?
Yeah, it's a lot.
She gonna have some wheels on her.
It's
That's
a lot.
right.
And then so I left the board out, and she found it at around 10 months and got on it, and then just like figured out how to move on it. And she's 13 months old now, and does it almost every day. Just
my
gets on and
gosh.
goofs around.
Wow. Well, it's so interesting because I think the best athletes, if you can just center yourself and just for kind of like just be in the moment and be loose, especially I think with skateboarding.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't that work to your advantage?
Yeah, it's like the flow state. You guys know about it.
Yes.
It's like if you're forcing something, it doesn't really work. If you can get into flow state with any sport, all of a sudden everything clicks and it just feels right. So skateboarding is very important to get into that mental. Like I said before, it's like it's so quick. Skating is so quick, and that's where all the injuries happen.
Right.
Well.
You have to be on point.
And speaking of that, with
Yes.
skateboarding comes safety.
Yes.
You don't want to get bumped up, bruised.
I mean,
hit your
you're
head.
gonna
You're
get a
going
little-
to, but you got to prepare yourself.
Yeah.
For that. What sort of helmet and padding do you like? What do we need to be
Yeah.
doing?
Well,
we have
let's
some
see.
over here.
Let's go
Take
to our
that
lab.
skateboard.
Oh, you guys got it all?
With you, we got it all. Listen, we knew you were coming.
All right.
We want to come prepared.
So, okay, what do we have here, sir?
All right, so we have
That's your
pretty
shape,
much
but this will be
all the stuff you're gonna need if you're a beginner skateboarder and you're learning, and I
That's all
highly
of us.
recommend that you have this equipment because, like I said, skateboarding, it's on wheels too.
Yeah.
You're gonna fall.
Yep.
My heart's
You're gonna
racing.
fall.
Right.
It's not a question of if, you are
You
going
are.
to.
And that's
it's
part of the
all right.
learning. That's part of the learning process.
all right.
You
Why
got to
you
fall
got your-
down, get back up.
You got your elbow pads,
Now-
you got your helmet, you got your knee pads, and you
I have
got
a-
your wrist
I have
guard.
a
And a wrist
question
guard.
for the Olympic competitors.
Yeah.
Are there specific requirements? Does the board need to be a certain length, width? Do they need to wear specific gear?
So as far as the skateboarding component goes, it's up to the athlete on what they want to skate. So
Okay.
they can skate whatever size wheels they want, whatever size board they want.
Okay.
In the skateboarding park, I believe they are required to wear a helmet.
Okay.
In street skateboarding, if you're under the age of 18, you will be required to wear a helmet.
Okay.
But other than that, everyone kind of gets free choice
Does
on
their thing.
how they feel the best on the skateboard.
Wow.
Holy moly.
Marisol,
I'm gonna try.
look at him go.
I'm gonna take these off.
Yeah, please.
You're gonna really try to skate?
Yeah.
Can
You
you
wanna
get
put your helmet
your
on?
gear on first, please?
Shoot, not Ryan Sheckler
Come on,
saying-
Speed Racer.
Did you see he admonished me? You want to put your helmet on,
Just
Missy?
maybe the helmet.
Okay.
He's a father after all.
Question.
Yes.
Is there a side?
There is a side. There's goofy, and then there's regular.
Okay.
What
so
is
if
goofy?
you were gonna stand still and go immediately to like run, which foot are you putting first?
I'm goofy
Okay.
Oh, how do you know that's what it
because
is?
I snowboard.
Oh,
Okay.
Badly.
I was gonna say this is news to me.
Hold my hand.
Let me hold the other one.
Hold my
And
hand.
that's interesting because you're a lefty.
Okay. What do I
Okay.
do?
All right. And then
Yeah.
we're just gonna move, and it's just your center of gravity.
Wow.
How do I
You're going.
stop?
She's a
I
big
got
kid
you.
now.
I got you. I got you.
But then how do I go this way?
Like this.
You gotta get comfortable. You gotta
Am I-
walk
am I
before you
ready
can
for
run,
Paris?
Marisol.
You're ready
Am I
for
ready for
Paris. You're
Woodward?
almost-
This one is
you're
like
definitely
Ryan
ready for
Sheckler,
Woodward.
who?
Let me go to
You're-
Woodward.
You're definitely ready for Woodward. And
Don't
then
leave me.
it's all in the knees. No, I got you.
Bye.
You're good.
Look
And
at
then
her.
That's,
She's got the
that's your
same-
center of. That's your balance right there.
Help.
Now use that core, bring
And
it
then
back this way.
to get off, it's just 1 foot at a time, but don't do it yet.
Okay. When do I
Here,
dismount?
Stop. Right now. And then come off. Here, I got you. There you go. Yeah.
I've never sweat so much in my entire life.
Impressive.
Maybe your kids will think you're cool now.
They will never, ever. Well, because
That
I
was
met
cool.
you. Because I met you.
That
they
was
were gonna-
good.
Ryan Sheckler, thank
was
you for that.
fantastic.
Thank you for all of this, and
Of
thank you for
course.
doing what you're
Great
doing.
job.
And congratulations on all the accomplishments.
Paris, Olympics, the second child on
The
its way.
family, the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah, and so if you guys want to come out and skate with me at Woodward this June, come on out. I'll be there.
Yeah.
There's all the info. You can catch him at the camps at Woodward. Everything you need to know right on your screen.
I'm gonna go.
I don't doubt it.
Takes one turn on a
I will
skateboard. is now-
videotape you.
It's not
I
You're
have
ready for
only
Woodward.
fear at this point in
You
my
are
life.
ready.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
The best.
Oh my
the
Thank you
best.
guys.
So